Let's look at these right here. Kenner mugs. That's right. There's a couple of Kenner mugs that came out. Well, but they were available for people that worked at Kenner. Check them out here. One of them's a Terminator mug. I think you really like that. Look at this. Mugs. Kenner mugs. That looks really good right there. And if you couldn't see around in the Kenner warehouse at night, maybe the Kenner morgue. You see my video about the Kenner morgue. Maybe you need some help seeing around the Kenner museum or the Kenner morgue. Well, Kenner could help you out with the employee Kenner flashlight. Now I said this is an employee item, but if I remember correctly, this was given away at a toy fair. So maybe it's not really technically a Kenner employee item here. What else we got? I know you catch me cheating looking up here, didn't you? How about something to put your mug on, like this action figure mug that you can get at junkmanmerch.com. Junkmanmerch.com, where we have the action figure mug and action figure show shirts and a lot more. Sorry, I had to do that little shameless plug there, but they had a little coaster you could put your mug on. You get this one. This one had the name Kenner spelled wrong. It was something to do with the stock market. I'll put this picture bigger so you can see where the error is. I don't know if you can see it or not, but see, Kenner spelled wrong. They're missing one of the ends. How do you do that? Well, it's one thing Kenner employees really wanted to do, and that was be able to tell the time. What time was it to go home, or what time was it to go to work? Well, you could do that if you had the Kenner watch. You heard me right, the Kenner watch. Check this out. It's got a little goofy bird on it. You know, Goofy. I think that was his name, the Goofy Bird, the Kenner bird. They retired that mascot long ago, but I'm not sure. I bet the Kenner bird was even before my time. So if you did something bad at work, you wouldn't get wrote up. You could get slapped in the hand with a ruler, with the Kenner ruler. That's right, employees got the Kenner ruler. That's pretty good right there. Let's look at C3PO. Now, this is something that they did when more of a Hasbro on Kenner years. With Hasbro, they took over Mr. Potato Head. Forgot his name. Sorry, it wasn't here on the notes, man. 3PO greeted him. Check this out. I'll put a big picture of this one up. Check this out. Here's 3PO. Welcome, Mr. Potato Head. Whoa, Mr. Potato Head and 3PO. Whoever thought you would see those two hanging out? I bet R2's jealous. Now, we all got phones in our pockets. If we need to call somebody, we just say who we're looking for. Look them up in the contacts. We didn't even know numbers anymore. Nobody remembers phone numbers anymore. Barely know my phone number. But Kenner had their own phone book. That's how many employees they had. They had to have their own phone book. Check out this Kenner phone book. Inside is a bunch of numbers, the people that worked at Kenner. And if you're a Kenner salesman or just maybe some Kenner employee that needed one, you needed folders. You had to keep all that information. Everything was in paper. Everything wasn't on computers back then. I mean, you had a computer that's about the size of this studio. Yeah, this studio. So you had to keep all your sales information and all your sheets and everything inside folders, and you had two different ones. Check these out, Kenner folders.
Star Wars is forever. I really like that one. I could put my drawings in there. I would like to have that one. Maybe put in some of my Pokemon cards. This one too. I like this Kenner one also. I wouldn't mind having some of these folders.
And probably the best of them all, and I'll love to find this, but it goes for a lot of money if you do find it. One thing, it's real gold. If you work for Kenner for 30 years, you got a Kenner ring.
What did we get?
What, Larry?
What did I get when I retire? I hope I get something as nice as that ring.
If you're still here in 30 years working with me on this show, I'll get you a ring. I'll get you a action figure show ring. I promise. Y'all remember that, 30 years. Anyway, check out the Kenner ring.
Gold rings. Not wedding rings, but retirement Kenner rings.
Well, believe it or not, that's a look at Kenner employee items. That was it. That's a look at them.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.